Hello, good day, guys. We are welcome to Allogenous Ideas. Today, I'm going to be showing us how we can host WordPress locally on our laptop. Now, WordPress is an open source content management system that makes website development faster, easier, and why maximizing efficiency actually. So, without wasting much of our time, let's get to it. As you can see, the first step here, I've highlighted all the steps that we are going to be going through in this video to get WordPress up and running on our local machine. So the first step is to download and install Xampp. So for us to download and install Xampp, I have it already installed on my machine. So let me show us where we can download and install it. If you come and Google Xampp, so you download it from Apache Friends. So you come here. I use a Windows machine, by the way. I use a Windows computer. I don't want to say machine because. So this is Xampp. So you can just choose for whatever operating system that you're working on. But this particular video is tailored towards Windows. So for other operating systems, I suggest you check other videos on YouTube. So if you come to Xampp for Windows, it will bring you here, and you can see it has already started the download, but I don't want to download it because I have the latest version installed on my local machine. Now, after downloading it, all you have to do is to run the installer, then install it using all the default settings that are there. Just use it to install it, and you are good to go. So the first step is done. Now, the second step, you download WordPress. Now, for you to download WordPress, all you have to do is to go to wordpress.org. So this is wordpress.org. If you come here, you can see how all you have to do is to come to Get WordPress. So when you get here, you will see so many, you can see this is WordPress, the WordPress file itself. So you can just click on download WordPress and it will start the download. But as you can see, I have the latest version of WordPress downloaded to my machine. That's the reason why I'm having WordPress 5.9. Then I'm having this one over here. So that is it basically. So I've downloaded WordPress. I've downloaded and installed Xampp. Now I've downloaded WordPress. So let's go to the next step. Now the third step is to copy the WordPress files to your htdocs folder. Now if I come here, this is my downloads folder. So the WordPress file should be somewhere. I've downloaded it before now. This is my WordPress file over here. This is my WordPress file over here. So I can just decide to unzip it here, or I can copy this whole WordPress zip file. If I copy it, I will look for my htdocs folder, and don't forget your htdocs folder, if you installed it properly, it's going to be somewhere here. On your local drive, you come to Xampp, you will see a folder here called Xampp. If you click on your local disk, you see Xampp somewhere here. So if you click on Xampp, you will see this folder htdocs. This htdocs folder here, you click it, and you can see here. Then you come here to paste that particular, as you can see, I have the WordPress 5.9 here already. So there's no, I can just replace the file in the destination. It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. So now I've like brought in the zip file, but this is not the zip file this is not the file I'm going to be working with. This is just the zip file. So I have to extract the zip file here. These are other websites that I've hosted on Xampp before now. This one, you can see these are the WordPress files. If I come to web test, these are the WordPress files. I think I have this one too. These are the WordPress files, but I have to rename them to give them some sort of distinction. So let me rename this one to maybe. So now I have to extract this WordPress 5.9 files. If I come here, I can just extract here. If I extract here, you can see it's extracting the WordPress files for me. So we just have to wait for it to be done. Okay, very good. So as you can see, it has extracted all the WordPress files for me. So if I open this folder, you can see all my website files, the WordPress website I want to host. These are the files. So I come back here and rename it to maybe tutorials, or whatever I want to name it as. Let's not use tutorials. Let's say demo ground or something. So demo ground. So I may decide to leave this WordPress 5.9 file here. So if I have to host another site, I'll just extract here. Then it will extract all the files for me. That is it basically. There's no. If I open this particular file using I use pzip, by the way, for extraction. You might be using WinRAR or the default that comes with Windows. So if I open this, you can see all the website files that we just extracted. These are the website files. So let's go to the next one. Step 3 is done. Now create a database instance for your site via PHPMyAdmin. Now I made a mistake somewhere here. Before creating a database, we have to open our Xampp and start Apache and MySQL. So we have to start Apache and MySQL before creating a database for the site. Now, as soon as you install Xampp on your machine, you can just come here, then you look for Xampp in all these applications that we have here. So if I come here and I find Xampp, so you can see Xampp control panel. I might as well come here. If I look for Xampp, you can see it's giving me the control panel here. So I'll open it, but I have the Xampp control panel opened here already. I have it opened here already, so there's no point for me to open another one. But I think I've opened that already. So when it comes up, most likely, it might want to bring in some sort of errors for me. But okay, you see, so let me just close this, since I have this opened already. So I'll start Apache. You can see Apache I've started, and these are the ports Apache is starting on, 80 and 443. So after starting Apache, the next thing for me to do is to start my SQL. You can see my SQL is running on port 3306, working fine and good. So we have done this. Now the next thing is to create a database instance for our site via PHPMyAdmin. Now how you do that is to come here and say localhost/PHPMyAdmin. Now the reason why PHPMyAdmin will respond is because you started Apache and MySQL here. That is the reason why PHPMyAdmin will respond. Now, if you haven't started these two already, or you are starting it and it's showing you errors, this will not start. This will not respond. So let us wait for PHPMyAdmin to come up. Okay, you can see now, PHPMyAdmin is coming up. PHPMyAdmin is coming up. So when you open yours, most likely, you won't be seeing NFT websites, test, and web test data. The reason why you have those three here is because these are the websites that I've created before now. These are the databases that I've hosted before now. So all I have to do is, for that new website I want to create, I have to go and create another database instance for it. Now, for me to create that database instance, I will click on New. Then after clicking on this New, I will give my database a name. Now, let me say demo ground web data. Actually, it's better we use underscores. Demo ground test data. Demo ground test data. So let me keep this somewhere. Let me keep this somewhere. So this is my database name. So this is my database name. So I can just come here and make sure that what you are choosing is collation here. So demo, the database name is this, and the type of database you want to create is collation. Please don't forget. It's very, very important. So you create the database, and as you can see, you have an empty database created for your site here. There's nothing here. When we install WordPress, if you come here, if you come to this NFT website data, you can see I have some few tables here. So if you come to, for example, web test data, I have some other few tables here that I've installed some plugins on this one already. So you are getting more tables here. All these will come as tables and all that. So for now, the database that we just created, it will be empty. And the reason being because we have not created any tables yet. We only created a database. When we run WordPress, I will show us that this database will be populated with some few tables. So I think we have created our database. Now, the next thing for us to do is to run WordPress via the web browser. If you come to your htdocs folder, you can see that we named our website Demo Ground. So how we can run that particular website is to come here and say localhost / the name of the website, Demo Ground. Whatever name you give to your website is what you will put here, and make sure there are no spaces between them, please. Make sure there are no spaces between the name that you give to that folder. Make sure there are no spaces between them. Okay, you can see now it's showing me this. So I'll choose my language, but please let's do English. Let's do English. So you can see now it is requesting me to enter a database name, a database username, a database password, a database host, then the table prefix. So I'll click on let's go. Let me take this out. So the database name is this one that I created here. So this one I created here. Demo Ground Test Data, that is the database name. And the username is root. That is the default for Xampp. If you want to host your website on Xampp, the database username is root. Now the password, you leave it blank. The database host, you leave it as localhost. Then the table prefix, leave it as WP. These are the settings that you can use just to host your WordPress on your laptop using Xampp. These settings are fine. So come to submit. Then it will tell you to, if it's giving you error at this point, just go back and check all those data that you enter. Make sure that you enter the database name correctly. Then make sure that the database name is localhost. Make sure that your password is empty. Your table prefix is WP_. Then make sure there's one other setting there. I can't remember. Just make sure, you can just rewind back a bit. Then you see all those settings. So you run the installation. After running the installation, it will tell you that the installation is successful. So we have to fill this form below, then we are good to go. So the site title, I can decide to say my testing website. You understand? I can call it my development environment. So the username that we want to use for this our site, I might decide to use admin. So since it's on your local machine, whatever you use, but please make sure the one you are using online is a very strong username. So the password as well, make sure your password is strong because everybody believes the username is admin. There's an admin user. So for the password, just let me do admin for now. Let me do admin for now. So confirm the use of weak password. You might decide to use anything you want here actually. Anything you want is fine. So the email, just enter any random email. It won't reject it since it's not live. It won't reject it even if it's live. So you can discourage search engines from indexing this site. It's on your local machine. There's no reason for search engine to get to your local machine. So I think we are good to go. So install WordPress. Don't forget the username is admin and the password is admin. It's still installing. Very good. So take this off my face. So WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. So I think we are done. So now let's log in and be sure that WordPress is live on our machine. So don't forget the username is admin and the password as well is what? Admin. So, and I can just click on remember me, login. Voila. So you can see now, the WordPress website that we just installed is live. It's live and in HD. The WordPress website we just installed is live. So whatever you want to do, you might start. This is a good development environment for you. So you can start, you might decide to visit the home page and all that. You can see this is the sample page. So you can install your plugins, you can install your themes, you can do whatever you want. Now, I want to bring something to our notice. So I want to call our attention to something. Now, the reason why this website is running on this web browser, even though it is being hosted on my local machine, is because I've started Apache and MySQL. You understand? If I should disable the two of them, this website will be giving me errors because it will not come up. It will not come up at all. So please, when you want to run this particular site, any other time, make sure you start Apache and you start MySQL. And after starting the two of them, you are good to go. Your website will be up and it will be running. But make sure that anytime you are not using the site, you can just stop the two of them because it's taking up memory on your laptop. So basically, that is it. That will be all for hosting WordPress on your local machine. Thank you very much for staying up to this point. It will mean a lot to us if you can give this video a thumbs up, so it can help us to reach out to other people as well. Give the channel, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so anytime we upload any other videos, you'll be notified. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.